Yamzam joko ngudu ni bamam jone jisa dang kondam kanjo mambu kor ji jisa daudu shinji labjar jaza zongara bama sada ho jine jina shantan bama kesara dombo Yamzam joko ngudu ni bamam jone jisa dang kondam kanjo mambu kor ji jisa daudu shinji labjar jaza zongara bama sada ho Oma hong banzarangara bama sada 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 ho jela da jang sora da bin ju do so gong de ni be sab jos na dang wan bon dab zo jawa dang ju dang da xin pe rum za de so zum den den gon bon ja ho yang la chang za lo gong ge lo du zhen ni zhen zhen ni da nam da la ser Jenye donggen jebjan zuje ni ji da kara la wam zang gang da de bi zon ma ru ga man dong ding gu ji zer we ro zo gang la wa zhe da zhe yang la zhe ji yang da de de je zhou ni mo ni long li ji zhang zhou zhong za jiang ma ru mo zer ding gu mi ge ji ni zhong zhe ra zhe na mo do ni da zhang sab jin da so yong deng li zo jie zhi de wu这照着当着你点正道路么些人家伙让样烂的欧马拉巴扎那的欧马拉巴扎那的欧马拉巴扎那的欧马拉巴扎那的欧马拉巴扎那的欧马拉巴扎那的欧马拉巴扎那的欧马拉巴扎欧马拉巴扎那的这都能接近别人我这个去道路的么巴拉森Qua dang dang ju zhong lu do ba yi lu zhu bu bi na wa ki de sur Nyar ji jimbo zo dana ni me jang zong ne ma lu jimbo nga gyat Pa gra dar ngam zan du shen me do dong ba di ji jang la shang zar lo 各位法师，各位道友，大家晚上好。
Good evening to all teachers and Dharma friends this evening.
首先，请大家发菩提心。
First of all, please generate the aspiration of bodhicitta.
菩提心，我们昨天简单的给大家介绍了，就是要具备两个条件，有两个条件就叫做菩提心。
Last night we spoke about how bodhicitta requires the fulfillment of two criteria.
然后这个两个条件，第一个条件呢，对天下所有的众生要发慈悲心。
The first of all being the generation of compassion to all living beings.
然后第二个条件呢，因为有了慈悲心所以我们想利益众生那么利益众生，我们要利益众生，要度众生的话，首先要度自己这样子才能够度其他的众生。
And based on this this compassion towards other beings, the desire to be of benefit to them.
所以我们就这个上课的时候，或者是大坐的时候烧香拜佛的时候，任何一个时候都需要发菩提心。
So regardless of what we're doing, whether it be listening to class or meditating or anything else, we need to do it generating the aspiration of bodhicitta.
菩提心我们简单的说我们今天为什么要听课呢？我们为什么要学佛呢？就是为了度一切众生为了帮助一切众生，为了利益一切众生， 我要成佛，我一定要成佛。为了成佛，我今天来听这个课这样子的发心叫做菩提心。
In terms of our motivation for listening to this evening's teachings, it is because we want to be able to benefit all beings more effectively. And in order to do this, we need to attain Buddhahood. And it's in order to attain Buddhahood that we are listening to tonight's teaching.
那么我们作为一个人人生本来就是非常非常的短暂非常的短暂，在这个人生当中要做到一个有意义的事情是比较不容易的。
Within the space of our very short lifetimes, doing something or achieving something that is actually quite meaningful is not so easy.
我们每一个人每一天都在忙碌，大家都在忙碌，一直到死为止，一直都这么忙碌。但是呢，这个忙碌是为什么？我们在这个我们所做的这些事情当中呢，真正有意义的事情还是非常非常的少。
Of course, we are extremely busy and occupied every day of our lifetimes, right up until the moment of death. However, the reason for our busyness, in actual fact, the number of things that occupy us that are of real meaning are very few.
轮回六道轮回是很痛苦的那么六道轮回当中，我们这一次呢，应该算是这个六道轮回当中的最幸福的因为我们这次获得了人生所以在六道轮回当中就是相比之下应该算是最幸福的。
The 6 realms of samsara are filled with suffering. However, we probably, having human rebirth, should consider ourselves among the more lucky and the happier of the 6 realms.
那么为什么说我们应该是最幸福的呢？这个就是并不是说我们吃的穿的用的比其他的众生好，所以并不是说所以我们幸福。
The reason for us being the happiest among the 6 realms is not because what we are able to eat, drink, consume or wear is of a better standard than those beings in other realms.
那么为什么说我们是最幸福的呢？就是因为我们有很多的选择我们可以成佛，可以解脱也可以往生西方极乐世界等等就是有太多太多的选择，所以也因为我们有这么多的选择，所以说我们在轮回当中应该算是最幸福的。
Rather, the reason for us being the happiest among the 6 realms of samsara is due to the numerous choices at our disposal. We have, for example, options of attaining liberation, enlightenment, and going to Amitabha's Pure Land. It's on account of these choices that we have that we are the most happy.
我们必须要知道我们这一次的这个人生我们虽然是比如说我们在这个社会当中不管扮演什么样的角色在这个社会上我们有地位没有地位，有钱没钱无论怎么样都好，我们每一个人都有这个选择解脱或者是选择这个成佛这样子的机会。
Regardless of what our individual identity is in this lifetime, whether we're a person of means or not, a person of status or not, we all equally have the opportunity of attaining Buddhahood.
从这个角度来讲我们的这个人生的确是非常不容易的非常的难得的。
So it's from this perspective that our human birth is extremely rare, extremely precious.
那么既然我们的这个人生有这么难得有这么珍贵这样子的话呢，那我们应该懂得珍惜 珍惜这个人生。
Given the rareness and the preciousness of this human birth, we really should learn to cherish it.
那么珍惜的方法是什么呢？所有的这些世俗的这些东西我们只能拥有这么几十年那么我们走的时候呢，这些都是带不走，所以我们积累了太多的这个物质的财富，那么这个就是不一定是珍惜生命。
In terms of how we should go about cherishing this human birth of ours, well, to start with all of the various material possessions that we can accumulate over the course of a lifetime, we certainly can't take them with us at the point of death, so this isn't necessarily a good way of cherishing our human existences.
我们全世界所有的人，包括科学家，包括哲学家，都有一个很大的这个对生命的一个误解，一个非常严重的误解，或者是我们对这个人生的一个很严重的这个错误的观点。
Many people in the world, including scientists and philosophers, have a very serious misapprehension or distorted understanding of human life.
那么这个错误的观点给我们导致了太多的烦恼和痛苦。
And this mistaken understanding or apprehension is the source of much suffering and pain for us.
这个错误的观点呢，当然有很多不同的错误的观点。我们首先讲的第一个，昨天也提到了第一个错误的观点就是我们认为这个物质可以给我们解决所有的问题。
Of course, there are numerous mistaken ideas that we might have, but the first one we're talking about here is the notion that material objects are capable of bringing us happiness.
这个我们昨天也讲过了，佛教它永远都不会否定物质它自己的这个本身的这个价值。比如说我们在现实生活当中，如果没有物质，我们没有办法生存。物质是我们的最基本的生存的条件这一点就是它的价值，这个佛教里面永远都不会否定的。
As we mentioned last night, Buddhism does not negate or refute the value of material objects. Of course, material objects are the basis of our physical survival, and this is wherein their value lies.
所以佛教对在家的修行人对在家的修行人还没有出家的修行人来说，他不会要求我们不要去赚钱，不要去做生意，不要去工作佛教不会这样的要求。
So it's for this reason that Buddhism does not demand of lay practitioners, those who have not taken vows of renunciation, that they should not do business, make money, work, etc.
因为释迦牟尼佛非常的清楚，一个我们没有这些条件，没有这些物质条件的话，是没有办法生存的。所以佛不会否定，佛允许在家人呢，允许工作，允许赚钱这些都是我们的修行没有太大的矛盾。
Of course, the Buddha was extremely clear that for lay practitioners, without these things, it's not possible to survive. So he did not oppose making money and holding down a job.
那么佛对我们的要求是什么呢？就是我们通过这些物质生存下来了以后呢，我们应该有一个稍微比较崇高一点的生存的目标这个就是佛对我们的要求。
However, the demand that was made of us by the Buddha was that once we have established the basis of our material existence, that we have a goal that is higher than simply attaining material things.
18世纪、19世纪的时候，很多人觉得，包括西方人，很多人觉得，只要经济发展，只要有钱就是我们的所有问题都解决了。所以就是像佛教或者其他的宗教，这些都是不需要的。
In the 18th and 19th centuries, many people, including many Westerners, believed that if we had money, if we had economic development, then happiness could be achieved, and that for this reason, religion was not necessary.
那个时候的人有这样子的想法，有这样子的看法是很正常，因为那个时候的人还没有接触这个像今天这么庞大的物质财富。
That people had thoughts like this back in these times is of course very understandable, given that they at that time had not yet experienced the extreme material affluence of the world we know today.
那么21世纪我们现在这个物质空前的发达这样子的时候呢，现在就是越来越多的人就发觉物质只能给我们解决一部分的问题，不能解决所有的问题。
However, in the 21st century today, when we live in an era of unprecedented material richness, an increasing number of people are coming to the realization that material things are only able to satisfy certain elements of our happiness.
所以佛教不否定物质的它的本身的这个价值只是否定物质是万能的这样子的观点。
So Buddhism doesn't negate or refute the value of material objects. What it does refute is the notion that material objects are somehow all-powerful.
意思就是说，除了物质以外，我们还需要一些精神上的东西。
That is, that in addition to material objects, we also need things that attend to our spirit or inner lives.
那么这些精神上的东西是什么呢？有各种各样的，但是呢，用佛教的观点来看，这个所有的精神上的这些有价值的、有意义的东西可以归纳为3个主要道。
Of course, in terms of resources for our inner well-being, there are many we could speak of, but from the point of view of the Buddhist tradition, these resources for our inner well-being can be summed up in the 3 principal aspects of the path.
那么第一个呢，我们昨天讲了，就是出离心这个出离心是我们的学佛的动力，也就是学佛的基础。有这个出离心，我们才能够走上这个解脱的道路。
The first of these was, as we spoke about last night, renunciation. Renunciation is our motivation for studying the Dharma, and it's only with renunciation that we can enter onto the path of liberation.
那么这个出离心，我们怎么样从无到有从有到增长怎么样去这个修呢？那么这是我们昨天也讲过了，它有非常非常具体的修法，这个就是四加行，通过四加行修出离心。
So in terms of how we go about cultivating ourselves from a state of having no renunciation to possessing renunciation, and then once having renunciation, growing in our renunciation, there is an extremely concrete set of practices, and we mentioned them last night. They are contemplation on the 4 thoughts that turn the mind from samsara.
那么我们今天在座的所有都是真正的想学佛的、想修心的人。这样子的话，希望大家一步一步的修。
Since everyone here tonight are students of the Dharma who sincerely wish to commit themselves to practice, I hope that you can all gradually apply yourselves to the practice of these four thoughts.
像我们现在这样子的人生非常的不容易，非常的难得这次我们就获得一个这样子的人生的时候呢，我们一定要知道这个是非常不容易的，我们一定要知道珍惜。
The fact that we have this human existence is an extremely rare thing, and for this reason we really need to cherish it and understand its value.
那么珍惜的方法呢，就是我们修心要提升自己的心生命。
The best way of cherishing our existences is through practice to enhance the value of our human lives.
我们必须要有一个长远的人生的目标，这个就是追求解脱。
We need to have a very long-term goal for this lifetime, and this should be the achievement of liberation.
那么追求解脱呢，就是出离心简单的说，我们发现这个轮回任何地方都有很多很多的痛苦，所以我们不想再轮回我一定要解脱。只要有这样子的心有一个这样子的决心，就叫做出离心。
And this renunciation is the appreciation that suffering, that samsara is characterized by all kinds of suffering, and turning our minds away from all wishes of samsara, we orient ourselves to liberation. This is renunciation.
那么这个出离心也好，我们马上要讲的这个菩提心也好这些都是这个修心它有一个过程那么这个过程是3个字，就是闻思修，就这3个。
So whether it's renunciation or bodhicitta, as we're going to talk about this evening, each of these qualities has 3 stages to its practice, and these 3 stages are the study, contemplation, and meditation.
那么这个闻思修这3个呢，是一个非常具体的方法。我们学佛，大家都觉得学佛好，就是有一个这样子的概念是不行的，必须要有一个具体的方法。那么闻思修这3个就是具体的方法。
Study, contemplation, and meditation is a very concrete approach to our practice. Many people have an amorphous idea of being students of Buddhism, but this is in fact not okay. We need to have a very concrete approach.
那么闻思修这3个是什么意思呢？闻就是听闻佛法我们首先要去学习比如说我们修出离心、修菩提心的话，那么出离心怎么样去修菩提心怎么样去修？这个修行的方法是什么样子首先要去听这叫做闻。
So the first of these, study, refers to the study or learning about, for example, bodhicitta or renunciation, how we should go about practicing bodhicitta, how we should go about practicing renunciation. It's the process of listening to teachings on these subjects and learning that is encompassed in the term study.
那么佛教呢，跟其他的很多的宗教都是不一样的，因为这个佛教里面呢，它不仅仅是一个全人向善这么一个简单的这个信仰，它这个里面有太多的这个智慧理论，有很多很多的方法，所以我们必须要去学习必须要去听。
Buddhism is a religious tradition that is distinct in many aspects from other religious traditions. There is much philosophy and doctrine and ideas entailed in the Buddhist tradition that requires us to commit ourselves to their study.
然后听这个我们怎么样解决这个问题呢？首先比如说像我们今天这样子面对面 有这样子的这个机会去听课的话，那么这个就是最好的方法。以后就是不管是汉传佛教的也好，藏传佛教的也好，凡是有人讲法、讲佛法、讲这个正宗的佛法的时候呢，我们都应该去听。
In terms of study, an opportunity like this evening where face-to-face we have the opportunity of hearing the Dharma, this is really the best way to go about study. So in the future, whether it's Chinese Buddhism or Tibetan Buddhism, I hope that everybody makes the opportunity to go in person and listening to teachings.
如果我们不学习的话，就是我们根本就不知道怎么样去学佛。就是比如说我们的生活当中的很多事情，或者是我们工作当中的很多事情，都首先到学校里面去学习，学习好了以后呢，然后我们再去实际行动。同样的，学佛首先必须要学习。
If we don't first learn about Buddhism, then we won't know how to go about its practice. It's the same as many other things that we do in life. First, we learn about how to do them, say, in a school context, and after we have learned about this, we then are able to go and put them into practice.
就像我们在学校里面读书的时候呢，也要听老师讲课，并不是我们自己看课本就懂就是要听老师讲课。同样的，我们学佛的时候呢，首先要去学习，要去听藏传佛教、汉传佛教这些上师、法师他们的课。
It's just as if when we are in school, we need to listen to classes taught by a teacher. It's not sufficient for us simply to read a book by itself. As with the Dharma, we need, whether it's Chinese Buddhism or Tibetan Buddhism, to listen to teachings given by Buddhist teachers.
但是我们像今天这样子面对面讲经说法听这样子的机会不是很多，所以呢，我们要想另外一个办法来解决这个问题。
Given, however, that opportunities like this evening where we can listen to Dharma teachings face-to-face are not necessarily readily available, we also need to think about other ways of addressing this issue.
那么另外一个办法是什么呢？就是最好的方法就是通过网络解决这个学习的问题。
The next best alternative available to us is to make use of teachings on the internet to satisfy our needs for study of the Dharma.
然后网络上呢有很多很多的课，我们都可以去听，比如说这个修出离心的修菩提心的，还有就是修空心的，这些各种各样的这些修法，网络上有音频有视频，这些都可以作为我们的学习的资料。
The internet has a wealth of material available to us, whether in audio or video format, on topics like the cultivation of bodhicitta, renunciation and emptiness, and all of these materials can serve as resources for our study of the Dharma.
比如说我们在中国大陆上课的时候呢，大部分都是网络直播如果时差没有太大的问题的话，都可以听的。我们在全世界任何一个地方，只要有网络的地方，大家都可以听。
In mainland China, for example, students mainly make use of live stream teachings on the internet, and this is something that students everywhere can also avail themselves of if there isn't too great a time difference.
然后就是为了解决这个时差，或者是有些师兄当天因为有其他的事情有特殊情况就是没有来得及听，就是为了解决这个问题，我们第二天还重新播放，会重播的，所以都是比较方便的。
For those students who, for reasons of time difference or because they're otherwise busy and not able to listen to a teaching, we usually provide a second broadcast of the teaching the day after, so convenient conditions are provided.
那么这个网络的直播目前呢， 就是有菩提学会，菩提学会的这个课程是一个非常完整的、非常系统的课程。
So in terms of this online Dharma education, the Bodhi Society, the Pith 协会 has a very systematic, comprehensive curriculum.
还有另外一个叫做显密学会这个显密学会也是无名佛学院的一个课程。那么这个显密学会这上面呢，也可以学到很多很多的佛经或者是修法，也是非常多的。
Another alternative Dharma website or Buddhist study curriculum is that of the Xianmi Xiaohui, which is also coordinated by Larong Buddhist Academy, and this is also a resource where students can study the sutric teachings and methods of practice.
然后另外一个呢，叫做慧灯之光慧灯的禅修班，是比较着重实修的另外一个班。那么这个的资料也都是在网络上，我们每次上课的时候呢都有直播然后呢第二天也有重播，我们这些都可以学习。
Another Larongga coordinated study resource is the Huideng Chanxiu Ban, which emphasizes practice and meditation perhaps more than the others. The resources of this website are all available online, and teachings that are live streamed are also restreamed the following day.
然后这些都是我们可以上网去听，自己可以下载，还有光盘，还有书。所以呢这个文字就是学习方面呢，就是我们在相比之下，现在的条件是非常的成熟的，没有太大的问题，只要自己愿意学，还是现在就是很方便的。
So any of these websites or Dharma curriculums all provide opportunities for students to listen to material online, download them. There are DVDs, there are books. So from this point of view, our conditions for Buddhist study are quite good now, as long as students in fact have the desire, have the aspiration to study, then there are certainly resources at their disposal.
这个是闻，然后第二个就是思就是思考思考，因为佛教里面讲的很多很多的道理都是比较深奥的，所以我们光是听一下还不一定能够理解，所以呢要反复的去思考。
So the first of these three concrete approaches was study. The second is contemplation. Simply studying or listening alone to the teachings is not sufficient. We need to contemplate the content of the teachings over and over again.
那么这个思考的这个问题呢我们比如说一个人也可以独立思考，也可以的，但是呢有10个8个这样子的师兄聚在一起，比如说像星期六星期天这样子的时候就聚在某一个地方，大家先这个学习听听完了以后呢大家讨论这样子的话，这个就是我们有些时候的疑问可以解决，还有自己的这些理解也可以分享给别人，这个是一个比较好的方法。
Of course, in terms of contemplation, this is something that we can do by ourselves, but another very good way of contemplating is to do it collectively with 8 perhaps or 10 Dharma friends gathered together at someone's house, perhaps on a Sunday afternoon, and after listening to a teaching, discussing its contents with each other. This is a good way for potential doubts to be resolved or potential questions to be answered, as well as a way to be able to share your understanding with others.
那么通过这个闻和思就通过这2个的学习最后我们把每一个修法，就像出离心的修法，还有菩提心的修法，以及其他的这些修法，都要首先要学好，首先要把这些修心的方法都要搞清楚。
So it's through study and contemplation that we are able to clarify the nature of Buddhist practice, whether it be the practice of renunciation, bodhicitta, or another practice.
然后第三个呢，就是修修是最重要的。这三个闻思修这三个当中呢，修就是最关键的。
And then the third of our concrete approaches for practice is meditation practice. And of the three, this is really the most important.
这三个当中修是最重要，但是呢，没有闻和没有思，我们没有办法修根本就不知道怎么样去修，根本就不知道什么叫做修。所以呢，这个闻思修这三个是不能脱节的都很重要最后最重要的虽然是修心，但是呢修心也不能离开这个闻和思。
While practice may be the most important of the three, without study or contemplation, then we wouldn't even know how to practice. So for this reason, all three necessarily go together and they can't be separated from each other.
然后闻思修这三个呢，就是藏传佛教里面的一种说法，但是呢汉传佛教也是一样的，这个内容都是一样。汉传佛教也要去听，也要去思考，也要去大做修行，所以都是一样的。
So even though this way of dividing practice into study, contemplation, and practice is something. This way of putting it is characteristic of the Tibetan tradition. It's the same in Chinese Buddhism too. In terms of the Dharma, it's necessary that we first study it, that we contemplate it, and then that we practice through meditation.
那么通过这个闻思修这样子的话这样子去修的话，那就我们能够走上一个正确的学佛的道路，不会走弯路。
By properly applying ourselves to the study, contemplation, and practice of Buddhism, then we will be able to enter into a correct path of Buddhist learning, and we won't find ourselves pursuing paths that lead in wrong directions.
然后我们还有一个更重要的是什么呢？就是这个闻思修的时候呢，那么我们去听闻什么佛法思考什么，修什么这个非常的重要。所以我们必须要修过去的这个不管是汉传的藏传的这些真正的这些高僧大德，或者是佛经里面讲的这些正宗的佛法要找到一个这样子的这个要找到一个这样子的内容，否则的话，因为我们现在有太多的网络上也有太多的这个信息，所以我们也很多时候都分不清楚哪一个是真和哪一个是假。
In terms of our study, contemplation, and practice, however, it's extremely important that we study proper content. This is the works of past masters, the words of the Buddha. Currently, there is so much information available to us online, for example, that it may be difficult to distinguish at times what in fact is the true Dharma and what is not.
如果学汉传佛教的话，那就是近代的高僧，比如说像虚云老和尚，还有弘一法师等等然后呢，就比较早一点的这个成就者，就像六祖慧能大师的这个像六祖坛经等等，我们应该学这些珍贵的佛经。
In terms of Chinese Buddhism, we could study the works of more modern masters such as Master Xun or Hongyi. In terms of older works, we can study the works of the 6th Zen patriarch Huineng, for example, the Platform Sutra.
否则的话，我们现在就是打着佛教的旗号，或者是打着佛菩萨的名号，然后就是宣传个人的想法 或者是为了达到个人的目的就是自称是佛或者是菩萨的再来这样子的人现在很多，所以我们根本就分不清楚到底什么是佛法。
These days, there are a lot of people who are claiming to be all kinds of teachers or bodhisattvas, holding up the banner of Buddhism and making all kinds of claims. It can be very difficult indeed to distinguish what is the true Dharma.
如果学藏传佛教的话，那么我们应该学像宗喀巴大师的这个菩提道次第光论。还有如果学宁玛巴的话，那么就是应该学大圆满的前心普显上师言教等等这些珍贵的这些佛经。
In terms of Tibetan Buddhism, we should study texts like Tsongkhapa's Graded Stages of the Path to Enlightenment, or in the Nyingma tradition, works like The Words of My Perfect Teacher.
如果我们学印度佛教我们藏传佛教、汉传佛教都是离不开印度佛教。如果学印度佛教的话，那么我们现在可以学的也很多，就像入菩萨心论，还有就是龙树菩萨的这些中论等等应该学这些这个大家公认的这些高僧大德的著作。
And of course, all of the Buddhist traditions are intrinsically linked to Indian Buddhism. In terms of the Indian Buddhist tradition, we can look at works like The Way of the Bodhisattva and Nagarjuna's teachings on the Madhyamaka.
就像我们今天的这个社会，就大家都是这个物质主义者，我们的身边的所有人都是物质主义这样子的环境当中，能够找到一个想学佛的这样子的发心或者是动机，非常非常不容易的。
In a very materialistic society like ours today, to develop the aspiration or motivation to study the Dharma is in fact very, very rare.
然而我们好不容易就有一个想学佛的这样子的心进入佛门以后呢，然后我们能够找到一个正确的路，也是很难很难的。
If we have this rare motivation or desire to study the Dharma, then once we have entered the gate of the Dharma, finding in fact and the proper path to commence our studies on is in itself also very, very rare.
在这样子的时候呢，我们要能够走上一条珍贵的路一个珍贵的路，这个非常的不容易，所以我们必须要学到正法，必须要找到这个真正的这个佛给我们指的路否则的话，我们想学佛，但是呢，实际上就是走错路，这样子的话呢，也就是非常非常不划算的。
So it's extremely important that we do in fact set out on a correct path and study the path that the Buddha in fact taught us and provided for us. If in fact we hope to study but we have a desire to study but end up setting out on an incorrect path, then this is extremely unfortunate.
那么大家必须要知道，不管是汉传佛教也好，藏传佛教也好正宗的佛教，它的核心的思想就是出离心、菩提心、证悟空心的见解，就是这三个。
Everybody should know that whether it's Chinese Buddhism or Tibetan Buddhism, the very core of the Buddhist teachings, the core of the Buddhist path are renunciation, bodhicitta, and a correct view of emptiness.
所以我们很多人就是自以为是学佛自以为是学佛，但是呢根本就没有学到佛，最后就是走上弯路有这样子的有我们现在的这个学佛的人当中也有特别这样子的人是非常多的，所以我们学佛 是一个非常不容易的事情啊。那么既然这么不容易的事情，那么我们在这个上面呢，大家必须要谨慎一点啊，谨慎一点，不能走错路。
There are a lot of people who really have a strong desire to study the Dharma, but end up studying or pursuing, in fact, an incorrect path. Given the fact that our opportunity to study the Dharma is as rare as it is, it's important that we actually be very careful about this and really prioritize finding a proper path to commence our studies on.
所以我们现在佛教啊，尤其是在东方啊，很多地方佛教现在是本来就是佛教我们这个佛教的人才啊，上面呢没有培养很好的这个僧才，那么就是这样子的原因啊，就是出现很多的问题。
Particularly in Asia, there are many problems or negative phenomenon we can observe these days that have resulted from the fact that we haven't cultivated generations of strong and outstanding teachers.
比如说佛教严重的商业化。
One really serious problem is the commercialization of Buddhism.
比如说藏传佛教灌顶的时候，然后就是要收钱这个灌顶收多少钱，那个灌顶又是多少钱然后价格都是写得清清楚楚的，然后把这个佛像搁在头顶加持了多少钱，那个佛像搁在头顶加持又是多少钱这样子的这个灌顶加持等等都是有这个价格，然后都是收钱这样子的商业化。
So this commodification or commercialization of Buddhism is apparent in the proliferation of various empowerments and blessings that all require people to give such and such amount of money. In order to receive this empowerment, it costs this much. In order to receive this blessing, it costs that much. These are all examples of Buddhism's commodification.
然后汉传佛教也是一样的，比如说很多地方这个有各种各样的法会，就比如说像水陆法会，还有等等的法会。那么这个时候呢，它本身比如说灌顶也好，水陆法会也好，都是很好的，但是呢也是收钱，也是跟商业有很大的关系。这样子的活动不管是在藏传佛教、汉传佛教里面都特别的多。
And it's the same in Chinese Buddhism too. There are many Dharma assemblies and other events such as the Shuilu, Fa Hui, etc. that in themselves are very good events and good occasions. However, when enmeshed with money and commercialization, become more problematic.
然后第二个就是严重的形式化我们很多的活动都是形式而已，真正的这个佛教的核心很多人也不知道，也没有人传，我们也没有学到，我们所学到的都是形式这样子以后呢，我们这些形式就不能解决我们的内心的问题。
Another serious problem is the ritualization or superficial nature of many Buddhist activities that are carried out. It's all about really going through the external motions. In terms of the actual content, many people don't have a good understanding.
然后第三就是佛教又变成一个严重的世俗化佛教本来就是一个很神圣的东西，是用来解决我们的内心的烦恼让我们获得解脱的一个这样子的非常神圣的这个方法。但是呢，我们把这个佛教就当作神通，把神通当作佛教，然后呢，把佛教就当作一个赚钱的方法然后这样子以后呢，佛教就再也不神圣就变成了非常的这个世俗。
Another serious problem is the way that Buddhism is being turned into a worldly object. So to begin with, Buddhism was an extremely sacred set of teachings to remove our suffering and enable us to achieve liberation. However, these days there are many people who are more interested in terms of acquiring things like magic powers, making money, etc., and in so doing, really undermine the sacred nature of the Dharma.
然后就像我们藏传佛教里面呢，就是没有太多的比如说不传法不讲经说法不鼓励大家修心闻思，然后我们很多的中心还有很多的这个寺庙经常都有火供会供，还有各种各样的这个新式的这个活动特别的多。然后藏传汉传佛教里面也有太多这样子的新式的东西。这个在东方的这个佛教里面呢，在东方是非常严重西方呢可能也许稍微好一点，但是我不是很清楚。如果有的话，那我们必须要知道这些都不是真正的佛教。
There are a lot of Dharma centers, particularly in Asia, where students are not encouraged to learn the Dharma or to commit themselves to Buddhist practice. Instead, there is a proliferation of Buddhist rituals like fire offerings and sok offerings, an emphasis on going through the motions and externalities. This is a serious problem in the East. I'm not sure if it's like this in the West, but in any case we should know either way that this is very problematic.
那么这一生当中我们就是遇到了佛法就是有这样子的机会是非常难得，所以呢我们一定要抓住佛教的这个精华，佛教的核心的思想。
That we have encountered the Dharma in this lifetime is an extremely precious and rare opportunity indeed. So it's extremely important that we grasp the essence of the Buddhist teachings.
那么核心就是我们昨天讲的出离心和菩提心和这个空心见，这个就是宗喀巴大师讲的三主要道。这个无论是藏传无论是汉传都是一样，核心就是这三个。
And this essence is just as we talked about last night, Je Tsongkhapa's teaching the three principal aspects of the path: renunciation, bodhicitta, and a correct view of emptiness.
然后这个出离心和菩提心空心见这个就是佛法的精华，佛法的核心的思想。那么这个学习的方法呢，我们刚才讲的就是三个字：闻思修通过闻思修修出离心，通过闻思修修菩提心，通过闻思修修空心见这样子的话我们才能够这个抓住佛教的这个核心和佛教的精华。
So these three, renunciation, bodhicitta, and a correct view of emptiness, are the essence of the Buddha's teachings. And in terms of the way to go about practicing these teachings, as we just mentioned, study, contemplation, and meditation. This is the way that we go about actualizing or realizing the essence of the core thought or the core content of the Buddha's teachings.
希望大家尽量的就是尽量的少参加这样子的这个形式的这些活动形式上的这些活动，还以及这个商业化的这些活动，这些都是没有太大的意义。所以大家要抓住这个闻思修那么大家想办法这个闻怎么样去闻，思考怎么去思考，修心怎么样去修想学佛的话呢，就是一定要去思考这些问题。
So I wish that everyone here tonight doesn't participate too much in these kind of superficial activities and instead applies themselves to the proper study, contemplation and practice of Buddhism and particularly turns their mind to grasping what it in fact means to study, what it means to contemplate, or what it means to practice. This is extremely important.
那么我们怎么样去学习呢？我们可以比如说一个家庭，或者是自己身边的这个朋友、同事、同学大家建立一个比如说学佛的群网上的群，或者是实际上我们可以建立一个学佛的小组，然后在这个小组呢，那每一个星期大家聚会聚会的时候，首先我们去这个通过网络去听这些网上的这些课，然后呢听完了以后呢大家讨论，然后最后就在1个小时、2个小时当中呢大家共修打坐这样子的话，每个星期都有一个这样子的活动的话，那么这个就是比我们参加这些形式化和商业化的活动强得多。
In terms of the study of Buddhism, one thing that we can do is to organize small study groups attended by members of our family, our workmates, our friends, etc. We can organize this online, or we can organize them better still face-to-face. Meeting once a week, we can listen to teachings online, and after this discuss their contents with each other, and after an hour or two of study, then we can engage in practice together, in meditation practice together. And in fact, this is far more useful than attending various ritualistic activities.
然后修行这个呢，我们每个人都要工作，有很多的这个世俗的琐事都要处理，所以每个人都没有太多的时间。但是呢，我们还是要想办法每天都修行。比如说每天早上早起1个小时，在1个小时当中打坐1个小时，或者是40分钟也可以的，40分钟到1个小时打坐，早上打坐。然后呢晚上没有什么这个其他的事情，比如说在国外的话，是不是这个应酬这些是不是稍微少一点那么这样子的话呢，那下班了吃了晚饭以后呢然后再打坐1个小时，或者是40分钟这样子的话，那么我们每天能够坚持2个小时的这个打坐，这样子的话已经是非常不错了。
Of course, all of us are really busy in our everyday lives. At the same time, we really need to prioritize time for meditation practice. What we should be aiming for is 1 hour or 40 minutes in the morning, and then another hour or 40-minute session of practice in the evening. If we can persist, if we can maintain this practice of approximately 2 hours every day, then this is already a very considerable achievement.
那么每天的这个2个小时的时间打坐的时间，跟我们的工作是不会有冲突的跟我们的生活也不会有冲突的，它不会影响到我们的工作，不会影响到我们的赚钱所以呢，每天我们就是想办法1个小时2个小时，或者是80分钟坚持在特殊的情况下就是实在是没有时间的话，那也没有关系，通常能够坚持2个小时已经非常不错。
Practicing for 2 hours or 80 minutes each day will not come into conflict with our everyday activities, our work lives and other things we need to do. Of course, there may be certain situations where we need to skip our practice, but in general, continuing with 80 or 2 hours of meditation practice each day will be very good.
然后这个星期六星期天这样子的时候呢，然后我们把这个打坐的时间稍微多一点比如说大家聚在一个地方共修这个叫做共修，大家一起学习 听课，然后就大家讨论讨论完了以后呢，就是比如说一个下午2个小时或者4个小时这样子的时间当中大家一起打坐每个星期只要没有什么特殊的这个情况不需要出差，在这样子的情况下通常这个能这样子的话，那这也是非常非常好的。
And then on the weekends, where we usually have more time at our disposal, on Saturdays and Sundays, we can apply more time to our study and our meditation practice. We can get together with a group of Dharma friends and engage in communal practice. After studying the Dharma together for a couple of hours, then we can meditate together and devote around 4 hours of an afternoon to our Dharma study and practice. In ordinary circumstances, unless we have to go away on business or do something else, this should be something that we are able to achieve.
那么这样子的修心我们刚刚开始的时候呢，可能有一点点这个不适应可能觉得有点枯燥但是呢，如果我们能够坚持的话，然后这个修心上面稍微能够投入一点的话，一定会有进步的每个人都是一样，只要有这个修那么一定会有进步。那么当我们稍微有一点点进步的时候呢，然后我们对修心呢非常非常感兴趣这样子以后呢，我们根本就不觉得枯燥根本就不觉得这个痛苦。那么这个时候呢，我们对修心非常感兴趣。这样子以后我们这个修心可以给我们带来幸福感，叫做法喜充满。
Of course, in the very beginning, setting out with this kind of schedule of practice might be something that we're not really used to. It might strike us as a bit dry and unappealing, not so interesting. However, it's something that if we're able to commit a bit of diligence to begin with, we will certainly see results. And once we taste results, then we will derive from this a sense of happiness. And this sense of happiness is a delight that is associated with the practice of the Dharma.
那么这个修心这种修心呢，它可以解决我们的太多太多的问题。比如说我们在工作当中就是所发生的压力、焦虑，还有就是在家庭或者是在生活当中所发生的很多很多的烦恼都能够这个解决然后在很大的程度上，我们可以获得这个安全感然后呢也有这个心里很踏实，然后我们的生活也就变得很充实这样子的话，这个除了解脱以外呢，在现实生活当中，我们也能够看得到这个修心给我们带来的这些结果。
This kind of practice, not talking for the time being about goals of liberation, can bring us very results in our everyday lives that are very easy to observe. This kind of practice can help us address our stresses and pressures that result from our everyday lives, whether it be our working lives, our family lives, or our personal relationships. So it's the case that practicing like this can bring us immediate results in terms of everyday well-being, apart from the greater goals we might have of liberation.
那么我们的这个2个小时的这个时间的修心每天的2个小时或者1个小时的修心，还有星期六、星期天的这个公修这个无论是有钱人或者是没钱人再贫穷的人也能做得到，这个根本就不会影响到这个工作，这个是我们的工作以外的时间只是工作以外8个小时以外的时间，所以这个不会跟我们的这个工作和生活都不会有冲突，所以大家一定要考虑一下，这个修心是非常非常的重要。
This kind of daily practice in the morning and the evening and weekend practice is something that anybody can do regardless of what their financial means or background might be. It's something that will benefit everybody equally. It's something that everybody can do without coming into conflict with their work obligations and other things they need to do.
修心在一般的情况下，我们首先是解决我们的温饱的问题，然后呢，再去思考精神上的这个东西在一般的情况下是这样子的。
In the ordinary order of things, we usually talk about first addressing our immediate needs of survival and then addressing our spiritual needs.
但是我们这个每天的1个小时到2个小时的这样子的修心呢，他贫穷的时候我们也可以这样子去修心然后呢，不管是富裕的、贫穷的，任何一个人都可以这样子修行。这个修行根本就不会影响到我们的这个工作，所以大家要投入到这个修心闻思修真的是非常非常重要，希望大家重视这个问题。
However, this kind of practice where we meditate for 2 hours a day is something that anyone can do, whether they are of limited financial means or whether they're very wealthy. So for this reason, I hope that everybody can apply themselves to the proper study, contemplation and practice of Buddhism. This is very, very important.
好，然后接下来我们就讲今天的这个主体的这个课，就是菩提心。
I'm now going to move on to the core teaching of tonight, which is on bodhicitta.
那么菩提心我们昨天也讲了菩提心需要2个条件，有这2个条件就叫做菩提心。
As we talked about last night, there are 2 criteria that go towards the satisfaction of bodhicitta.
那么2个条件当中的第一个条件呢，我们对所有众生的这个慈悲心这个是最关键，也就是菩提心的基础。
The first of these is the compassion that we extend to all living beings. It's very important, and this is the foundation of bodhicitta.
那么慈悲心呢我们每一个人虽然有慈悲心，但是呢我们的慈悲心当我们还没有修行的时候呢非常有局限性。
Even though everybody possesses loving compassion in their hearts, until we really engage in the practice of compassion, the extent to which we can generate it is quite limited.
那么慈悲心什么叫慈悲心呢？我们昨天也讲过了。首先这个大悲心就是发自内心的，或者是诚心实意的希望天下所有的众生能够远离所有的痛苦这样子的心叫做大悲心。
So last night we talked about how compassion or great compassion refers to the sincere desire, the sincere wish that all beings be completely free from suffering.
那么慈心呢，我们诚心实意的发自内心的，或者是从骨子里希望天下所有的众生拥有幸福这个心叫做慈心。
And in terms of loving kindness or the loving aspect of compassion, this refers to the wish from the very depths of our heart that all beings have happiness and its causes.
那么这2个心慈悲心就是这个菩提心的这个基础，也就是大乘佛教的基础，大乘佛教的出发点大乘佛教是以这个慈悲心作为出发点。
So loving compassion is the foundation of bodhicitta, and it's also the very foundation of Mahayana Buddhism. It's the beginning or the departure point of the Mahayana teachings.
那么我们的今天的这个当今社会的这个教育当中啊，不管是东方也好，西方也好，这个教育的体系当中呢，就像慈悲心、利他心啊这样子的教育非常非常的少。
Regardless of whether it's education in the East or in Western countries, in general, instruction or education that emphasizes the importance of compassion and an altruistic mind of benefiting others is very scarce.
在学校的这个教育当中呢，如果我们要学到一个真正的这个慈悲心和利他心，是非常不容易的。
In a normal school, in the normal school context, it's very difficult for us to learn about compassion and the altruistic mind of benefiting others.
所以我们在这个大乘佛教里面到大乘佛教里面去学这个慈悲心。
So it's for this reason that we turn to the Mahayana tradition to learn about compassion.
那么这个我们修慈悲心的时候呢，一般在大乘佛教里面就讲四无量心。四无量心就是慈悲喜舍四个不同的这个修法。如果我们稍微修得比较完整、比较全面一点的话，那么就要修慈悲喜舍这四个修法。
In the Mahayana tradition, usually when we talk about the practice of compassion, this entails learning and practicing the four immeasurables, which are love, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity.
如果我们就喜欢修稍微简单一点的话，那就不修这个慈悲喜舍，就修两个就是慈和悲。就修这两个当中都包含了。
While a more comprehensive practice or practice of compassion would entail each of these four, a more abbreviated form of the practice would focus on just love and compassion, these two.
如果我们希望再简单一点，或者是最简单的，因为我们没有那么多的时间或者是各种各样的原因就是喜欢修最简单的这个修法的话，那么就在这个慈悲喜舍当中就只修大悲心大悲心就可以了。大悲心可以代替所有的其他的这个修法，所以我们简单的话，喜欢修简单的，那就只修大悲心就可以了。
However, if for whatever reason we just wanted to focus on studying one of the four immeasurables for reasons of time constraints or for whatever reason, then we could just focus on the practice of compassion. In fact, great compassion entails each of the other four and is a complete practice in itself.
那么这个大悲心呢，我们每一个人都有慈悲心但是没有大悲心没有大悲心，我们没有大慈大悲，但是我们有慈悲心包括动物很多时候也有慈悲心，他们也有慈悲心动物也有慈悲心，也有同情心那么我们人类就更加的有慈悲心，有这个同情心，但是我们就是没有大悲心，没有大慈大悲心。
Of course, every human and even animals have compassion in their hearts. They have the capacity to feel compassion towards others and empathy as well. However, what we lack, however, is great compassion or vast compassion.
比如说我们的慈悲心呢，比如说我们对我们的儿女，对我们的亲戚朋友对我们的父母，或者是对我们有关系的人对他们我们有慈悲心。但是呢除了这些人以外呢，比如说一个陌生人或者是另外一种生命我们的这个慈悲心基本上都很难升起。
Usually, it's quite common for us to feel compassion towards our parents or our friends or other people who are connected to us. It's more difficult and rare, however, for us to generate this compassion to people who are strangers or to other forms of life.
那我们现在的工作是什么呢？就是把我们的这个非常有举贤心的这个慈悲心培养把它培养了以后呢，慢慢的这个小慈悲心培养成大慈悲心大慈大悲这个就是我们的这个工作。那么这个过程这个这个慈悲心的这个培养的这个过程叫做修慈悲心。
So the project, the task that really rests in front of us is that of growing or nurturing our small compassion into a state of great compassion. And it's this process of nurturing or growing that we refer to as the practice of compassion.
那我们目前大多数的人就是只有这个小的慈悲心没有大慈悲心，但是没关系的，我们只要稍微投入一下稍微下一点功夫，这样子的话，这个慈悲心是完全是可以培养这个小慈悲心完全可以培养成大慈悲心，这个完全是没有问题的。
Most people only have a limited or a small compassion. They lack, in fact, great compassion or vast compassion. This is something, however, though, we can certainly change and rectify by applying a due amount of diligence. It's absolutely possible for us to grow our limited compassion into a great compassion.
接下来我们就给大家简单的介绍一下这个一个慈悲心的一个，尤其是这个大悲心的一个具体的修行的方法。
And now I'd like to give a teaching on a concrete practice of cultivating compassion.
首先我们要知道首先我们要明白这个我们为什么要修大悲心然后这个大悲心以及菩提心的重要性首先我们要知道我们为什么要修这个如果我们还不知道我们为什么要修这个，不知道它的重要性这样子的话，那么我们的修行不会很投入，所以首先要知道它的这个重要性。
The first thing we need to do is understand the importance of bodhicitta and the importance of compassion, why we need to go about practicing them. If we don't understand the reason or the importance of bodhicitta and compassion, then we won't really be able to apply ourselves fully to their practice.
那么这个重要性呢，因为我们今天时间的关系，我们不光讲不展开的讲那么大家可以看如菩萨心论那么这个如菩萨心论的第一品里面就是讲这个菩提心的利益，也就是菩提心的这个重要性。
In terms of the importance of bodhicitta, tonight we're not going to talk about this in any extensive way. However, this is something that everybody can learn more about in the first chapter of The Way of the Bodhisattva.
那么菩提心的这个大悲心的修法是什么样子呢？首先我们大悲心对什么样的这个生命升起这个大悲心呢？大悲心就是对有痛苦的人，或者是有痛苦的众生，或者是不幸福的人对这样子的人会产生大悲心。
In terms of the kinds of objects for our compassion, the kinds of people or beings that we generate compassion towards, it is people who are suffering or other living beings who are suffering.
所以我们首先要了解这个六道轮回当中的所有的众生或者是至少我们看到的，比如说人类和动物我们一定要了解，深入的了解他们的痛苦。
So it's for this reason it's important at the outset that we develop an understanding of the suffering of beings in the 6 realms of samsara, or at the least the nature of the suffering of those beings that we can apprehend with our own eyes, that is humans and animals.
那么当我们了解某一个人的痛苦，或者是某一种生命的这个痛苦的时候呢，然后我们每个人的这个心底是善良的每个人的我们每个人的这个心中有一个潜在的这个慈悲心那么当我们深入的了解某一个人或者是一个动物他的这个痛苦的时候呢，我们一定会产生这个同情心。
Given that we as humans have a latent compassion in our hearts, when we really come to deeply understand the suffering of another human being or of another life form, such as an animal, then we generate a feeling of empathy towards them.
然后我们深入的了解某一个人的痛苦的时候呢，然后我们一定会希望他远离这个痛苦，所以慈悲心一定会升起的。
When we understand the nature of another's suffering, then naturally comes with it the desire that that being be free of suffering. So it's for this reason that we will naturally be able to generate compassion.
那么我们的目前的最大的问题是什么呢？我们就是不了解除了自己以外的人的这个痛苦的感受。
The greatest problem that we currently face is that we really don't understand the suffering of others. We only understand the feeling of our own pain and suffering.
那么我们为什么不了解其他的人的这个痛苦呢？就是因为我们不关注别人的痛苦，我们永远都关注我自己的感受不关注别人的感受，所以我们不了解。
And the reason that we don't understand the pain of others is that we don't pay attention to others' suffering. We're constantly focused on our own troubles and suffering.
如果我们稍微关注一下的话，这个非常的简单的东西我们非常容易发现其他众生人类或者是动物的痛苦。
If we even just paid the slightest amount of attention to others' suffering, then we would relatively easily be able to gain an appreciation of the suffering of other humans and beings.
所以修大悲心，我们要从关注别人的痛苦开始。
So the cultivation of compassion really begins with paying attention to the suffering of others.
我们要学会关注其他众生的这个痛苦。
We need to learn how to be attentive to the suffering of others.
那么通常我们的这个习惯性的以往的这个做法是什么呢？就是我们特别的关注我自己的感受，然后呢我们就完全忽略其他众生的感受。这个就是我们普通人的普通人我们普遍存在的一个问题。
As ordinary people, our conditioned habit is to pay attention or to be focused on our own suffering and pain and not to pay attention to that of others. This is a very common situation.
那么现在呢，我们把这两个换过来但是我们刚刚开始的时候，我们可能是做不到忽略自己的这个感受，我们做不到，我们还是很关注我们自己的这个感受，没问题。但是呢，我们同时我们关注自己的这个关心自己的这个感受的同时要关注要关心其他众生的这个痛苦这个就是我们的这个修慈悲心的开始。
So whilst at the very beginning it may not be very easy for us to entirely invert this order by which we're accustomed to observing the suffering of of ourselves rather than others, what we can do in the beginning stages is, in addition to paying attention obviously to our own suffering and pain, begin to also be aware and attentive of the suffering of other beings.
那么我们平时啊，我们每一天就在这个电视、报纸这些上面呢，我们都看到这个就全球就发生很多很多的事情，有些时候是空难啊，有些时候是自然灾害、战争等等啊，就是很多很多人非常的痛苦，很多很多人啊，这个有战争，有这个饥饿，有瘟疫等等。啊，但是我们就是就麻木了以后呢，我们就不觉这个就没有去关注它。哦，我们觉得又发生了地震了，哦，又怎么样了，又死了很多人了。就除了这样子的感觉以外呢，没有一个很深入的这个感受。
Every day in the news, in the newspapers, we hear countless stories of all kinds of suffering, whether it be that of terrorist incidents or natural disasters, famine, wars, etc. However, we are used to seeing or observing these accounts and regarding them really with indifference and apathy. It's in fact not common for us to really generate a really deep attentiveness to the suffering of the accounts in these news stories.
那么这些灾难啊，就是如果轮到自己或者是自己的这个家人、亲戚、朋友这样子的头上的时候呢，然后我们知道这个是很痛苦的。
However, if these natural disasters were to occur to members of our families or people we knew, then at this point we would really gain an immediate appreciation of their suffering nature.
所以我们很多时候人就是这样子，比如说当我们健康的时候呢，我们不了解病人的这个痛苦是什么样子，有权利的人就不了解这个底层的人的痛苦是什么样子，富裕的人就不了解贫穷的人的痛苦是什么样子。平时我们都不了解这些除了自己以外的人的感受。
People are really often like this. While they're healthy, they don't understand the suffering of people who are ill. When they're in a position of power and privilege, they don't understand the suffering of the people at the lower rungs of society. When they're rich and wealthy, they don't have an understanding of the suffering of people who are poor. Really, aside from our own experience, we don't have much insight into the situation of others.
那我们怎么样去关注这个别人的痛苦呢？有一个非常具体的方法有一个很具体的方法。比如说我们去买菜那么菜市场里面呢，如果有比如说待宰的这个鱼、鸡、鸭、兔子等等这样子的这个动物就是马上就要被杀的这些动物，如果我们看到了一个这样子的动物或者是正在宰杀的这样子的这个动物的时候呢，然后我们稍微停下来先看一下平时我们不愿意看的我们只愿意吃他们的肉，但是我们根本就不愿意去了解他们是怎么死的然后这个过程我们不愿意去看不愿意去想只愿意这个吃他们的肉。但是呢，我们不能这样子，这个时候呢，停下来先看一下看完了以后呢，然后整个过程我们看清楚了以后呢，然后回到家里静下来思考一下这个问题。
There's a very concrete way that we can go about cultivating compassion and awareness of others' suffering. For example, when we go to the market, if we observe animals, whether they be fish or birds, rabbits, etc., that are on the cusp of death, or alternatively that are in the process of being killed, then we should stop for a moment and really observe with our own eyes the suffering and the pain that they're going through. Ordinarily, this is something that we turn away from. It's something that we really don't want to expose ourselves to. We're only interested in consuming the flesh of these animals. We're not interested in really having direct experience of their pain and suffering. So this is something that we should really open our eyes to and observe. And then when we return to our homes, really sit down and contemplate what we've seen.
那么这个思考就有几个步骤。第一个步骤呢，我们去思考这条鱼或者是这只鸡，它死的时候有多么的这个痛苦，多么的残忍去思考这个过程。然后呢，我们再去思考一下如果我是这只鸡或者是这条鱼的话，那么会是什么样子或者是说，如果这只鸡这条鱼是我，或者是我的母亲或者是我的儿女的话，那会是什么样子这样子去思考一下。
This stage of this process of contemplation has several stages. The first is really thinking about the nature of the suffering of the animal, the bird or fish, for example, that we've just observed. The second stage is then contemplating what if this animal were in fact me. Then the third stage is contemplating what if that animal were perhaps not me, but my mother or my father or one of my children.
这样子的时候呢，如果我们的思维稍微比较认真一点，稍微比较这个注意力比较集中一点，稍微比较投入一点的话，那么这个时候呢，我们一定会产生一种恐惧感这时候呢，我们就是稍微这个就有一点感受平时我们每天都看到这样子的事情，每天都听到这样子的事情，但是没有什么特别的感受只要静下来这样子去思考的时候呢，会有感受的会有这个时候我们开始了解别人的痛苦这个时候呢，我们会有同情心和这个慈悲心这个之后就会产生的这时候首先还不是第一个产生的不是慈悲心，第一个就是恐惧这个是第一个步骤。
And by engaging in this practice and with some degree of diligence, then we should be able to experience a feeling of terror with respect to what we are contemplating. Usually we see perhaps these things all the time, but because we're really not sitting down and applying ourselves to their contemplation, we don't necessarily get this feeling. However, by contemplating properly on it, then we should in fact generate this feeling of fear. Eventually, this will be the basis for us to generate empathy and compassion. However, in the beginning, what we're aiming for is this feeling of fear or terror.
然后第二个步骤呢当我们这样子去思维有这个恐惧的时候呢，然后我们再去思考第二个步骤第二个步骤就是要想这条鱼虽然不是我，也不是我的父母，也不是我的儿女这只鸡也不是我，也不是我的儿女，但是呢比如说我们跟这个鸡或这只鸡或者鱼，或者是换另外一个众生我们都有一个共同点我们任何一个众生都是一样有一个共同点这个共同点是什么呢？我们所有的人无论是人类或者是动物或者是另外一个众生都是非常不愿意有这个任何的痛苦哪怕是很小的痛苦，我们也不愿意面对，不愿意接受。每一个众生都是这样子的，这是我们的共同点。
So the second stage of the practice is then to move on, even though the being experiencing the suffering is not me, it's not my parents, it's not my child. We need to contemplate the fact that all of us have something fundamentally in common with this suffering being. It's something that all of us have in common, whether we're humans or animals, and that is that we have absolutely no desire for suffering whatsoever, however big the suffering may be or however slight and trivial it may be.
第二个共同点呢，我们所有的人，所有的这个生命都是一样，非常希望自己拥有幸福拥有快乐和幸福哪怕是很小很小的幸福和快乐，我们都希望有这个是所有众生都是一样的。
The other thing that all living beings have in common is that we all seek happiness, no matter how small that happiness might be or how vast and great that happiness may be. All living beings similarly desire happiness.
那么这条鱼或者这只鸡鸭它也不想有任何的痛苦，它也希望有所有的这个幸福这个都是一样的。那么这样子的话，我为什么只关心我或者是我的儿女或者是我的父母的这个感受，为什么就不考虑其他众生的这个感受呢这样子去思考这样去思考，这样子思考以后呢，我们把这个关注或者关心慢慢的扩大最后就是扩大到所有众生的身上。
So the chicken or the fish or the duck that is facing the knife in the market, just like me, has no desire for suffering whatsoever and has every desire for happiness. Why is it then that I only think about my own desire for happiness and my own dislike of suffering, or that of my mother or father or my own children? Why is it that I don't extend my imagination and empathy towards other beings? So contemplating like this, we need to extend the realm of the object, of the subjects whose suffering we are contemplating, to a very wide scope.
这个是第二个步骤第二个步骤就是平等平等就是说比如说我们或者是我的我不希望我的亲戚朋友有这样子的这个痛苦那么我应该跟所有众生也是应该平等的。为什么呢？因为就像我跟我的这个父母儿女不愿意接受痛苦一样的，所有众生也是这样子然后我本人或者是我的亲戚朋友父母儿女希望有幸福，同样的所有众生也是这样子那么既然大家都是这样子的话呢，那我就不应该就这么成千上万的生命当中呢，我把一部分的众生隔离起来，然后只关心他们不关心其他的这个众生这个是没有道理的。所以我应该关心所有众生这样子的话，我们自然而然对所有的众生会产生同情心，然后再会产生这个慈悲心这个需要一定的时间只要我们能够努力稍微投入的话，一定会成功的。最后我们每一个人都一定会拥有大慈大悲。
So this practice is really about extending equality in our compassion, equality in our empathy to all living beings, extending our compassion in an unconditional way to all living beings. Given that all living beings, like myself, have no desire for suffering, have every desire for happiness, then how is it justifiable that I'm only concerned about my own happiness or that of my loved ones and not interested or concerned at all with those beings who are seemingly remote from me? So it's by engaging in this practice that we will be able to generate empathy and eventually compassion.
然后第三个步骤呢，让我们深入的去思考这个问题的时候呢，这个慈悲心慢慢的越来越强烈就是 到一定的时候呢，然后我们一定会想那既然这些众生都这么苦这么痛苦的话，那我要去解决他们的这个痛苦我要去我要去为这些众生为这些众生要做一些事情我要去解决他们的痛苦，就一定会想起一个这样子的想法。那么这个时候呢，我们会想到，那我怎么样去解决这些众生的痛苦呢？那么目前我自己的痛苦都没有办法解决，我怎么去帮助这些人呢？这个时候呢，我们会发现，如果我能够成佛，如果我能够成为像释迦牟尼佛这样子的人的话，那我就可以帮助很多很多的众生所以我一定要成佛这个时候自然就会有这种想法。这个是第3个步骤。这个心产生的时候出现了这样子的心的时候呢，然后就菩提心我们就有了菩提心了。
So then the third stage of the practice is when we've generated quite an intense feeling of compassion to other beings who are experiencing suffering. The thought arises, the notion arises that given their suffering, that we want to relieve them of their suffering, help them resolve their suffering. However, in turning our minds to how we can really go about doing this effectively, we realize that for the time being, not really even being able to solve our own suffering, we're in a very weak position to be able to address the problems of others. It's for this reason that we need to follow in the teachings of the Buddha and achieve enlightenment and Buddhahood so that we are able to benefit all beings most effectively. And it's when we've generated this aspiration that we can be considered to have satisfied the requirements of the mind of bodhicitta.
这个我们今天讲的呢，就是一个比较简单的这个修慈悲心，最后就是修菩提心的一个修法因为我们今天是时间的关系，没有办法展开的讲，但是呢，大家可以上网查这个资料，在这个慧灯之光里面呢，有很多很多的菩提心的修法，有这个4无量心的修法，也有菩提心的修法，有5、6种、7、8种不同的这个菩提心的修法大家都可以看这个视频也有视频，也有书那么就是把这个首先要学好，学完了以后呢，希望大家去修这个菩提心的功德呢，真的是不可思议的。如果我们这一生当中拥有菩提心如果我们这一生当中修出菩提心，那么其他我们什么事情、什么这个功德都没有做，什么善都没有去做，善事都没有做的话，都没有问题的。我们的人生从此以后呢，真的是变得非常非常有意义。希望大家努力希望大家高度重视这个修法。
So tonight, for reasons of time constraints, what I've offered is a condensed teaching on the practice of compassion and bodhicitta. Online and available in my books are more detailed instructions on how to engage in this practice. There are in fact teachings or instructions on 5 or 6 different types of compassion and bodhicitta practices that we can do. The cultivation of bodhicitta is extremely important, and its merit, in fact, is inconceivable. In fact, if we don't do any other positive act or conduct in our existences but manage to cultivate bodhicitta, then we will really be able to address a great number of difficulties, and our lives will become extremely meaningful from this point. So I hope that everybody sincerely applies themselves to the study and the practice of bodhicitta.
好，我们最后回向。说能得以tham trợ dương ba nhà tổng ni ni bi ra nam ban she cha ji ga na je wa long zhe bai zhe bin zhou lin zhou a zhou ru shou 我们阿吽班增格日 舍得吽，唵嘛吽班真格热巴玛舍得吽，唵嘛吽班真格热巴玛舍得吽。谢谢阿弥陀佛。